Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. Um, my name is David, aka Xhaplo, and I will be uploading a series of videos soon about how to legally multi-box. Uh, you'll be able to catch them all later on in my channel. Right now, I'd like you to meet the team. So we have Xhaplo Warrior, who is the tank, the warrior. We got Xhaplo the Priest, which is an undead priest. We've got Exaplo the Mage. I know, very original names. We've got Exaplo the Warlock. And of course, my main, soon-to-be main dude, Exaplo. Well, I'm going to be leveling him as Elemental Shaman. Alright, so welcome aboard. If you've just come from the video series, you'll notice that I'm still in Dortar. We're literally just getting started. And the first thing we have to do is, as with many things in the classic World of Warcraft, is walk a lot. So I am going to see if I can do start auto run on this, just so it's easy. Have the team follow, and we start auto running. Alright, there we go. You can sit back and relax. We basically have to run all the way from Orgrimmar to the starting place, and it's gonna take about 4 minutes. Good times, I guess. There are no mounts early on here. I'm gonna go over the basic setup and why I picked the team that I picked. I like having all the buffs available. I like being ranged because the current state of multi-boxing, while you can do a melee cleave team, it's going to be very difficult for you to pull off simply because of the fact that you're going to have to micromanagement all the movement here. And as you know, what we're using is mouse over focus on all the windows because we use absolutely no broadcasting, no software, no hardware. It's literally one push of a button, one action. There's no round robin here or any type of app. The only thing that's being used is the Windows 10 feature hover on focus over hover, mouse over focus. So if I go to this window or whatever with the mouse hover, I basically have focus there. Um, Combine that with a couple of macros, so basically just assist the main guy and do. That's all it pretty much takes. Right now we're in the phase of running. Um, Gonna go through a couple of the add-ons that I use that do help a lot. They're not really needed. Again, if you've seen the video series, you probably know this already, but follow me blind is what helps me basically achieve Alt F to follow and stay. With one press of a button, my whole team stays, and with one press of a button, my whole team follows me. Very useful. In order to assist, I'm still using EMA. EMA still works. It's not as strong as it used to be, obviously, but it still works, and it still has a couple of really nice quality of life things. While in TBC Classic and in retail, you can just focus your leading character and then assist focus. Here you don't have that option, so this is where EMA comes in handy with the click macros here that they have for EMA Assist Master and those things. And that's just for the interaction macros. Basically, if I go to a vendor, um, let's say this guy, start clicking with my main one, I press the G to interact with him. That's basically the key binding. And with all the other characters, I can very simply press the macro and also G. So it's two buttons, as you saw. So the first button is just on the other characters. The first button click is interact. So sorry, it's the macro. So assist, whatever my main one is, and the second button click, pardon, is the actual interact with the target. Okay, let's go back to running. Good times while running. Um, no, I thought it was actual people on live servers. Yeah, error, as you know. It's pretty empty nowadays. Hopefully when Season of Mastery boils down, people will start coming back or be kind of forced back with the merge that they are currently talking about. Uh, right. Not much to say. This is a huge part of vanilla. Running around everywhere, hopelessly running around to dungeons. This is yeah, huge part. So why I like this setup? Again, like I said, spell cleave good. Warlock, mage, they have pretty decent AoE abilities together. Shaman has an okay AoE ability. Um, you do have sheep with mage, which is a very reliable one. You have banish with warlock. It's a little bit less used in dungeons, but it can situationally help with some hard CCs. Um, food, mana, portals, health stone, summonings, priest just for the buffs, and the bubble. I find bubble being a very good mitigation for um, well, it just gives me a little bit more flexibility with the micromanagement of all the characters. This gives me a little bit of more breathing room, simply put. Right, sorry for this. I might have just been better off running here. Hello, person. Nice, nice, nice. This proves it. Classic era still lives. We saw one dude. So, my warlock died earlier on to a boar. Embarrassing. But he's now 5% behind. Okay, more people. That's pretty nice. Okay, we're gonna get reported now. Probably. Or not. I don't know. So yeah, you're gonna get reported a lot. Just mind your manners, basically. Don't engage. Don't try to prove or talk too much. Always be polite. This multiboxing triggers a lot of people. If you're gonna farm, try farming in a dungeon and not in the open world. Try to avoid PvP as much as you can. Obviously, battlegrounds are off limits because basically you just can't. There's no follow option in there. But open world PvP, only kill people if they engage you really. I try to avoid PvP just because it's, like I said, people get triggered a lot. You are going to get reported a lot, but I've been doing this for the past, I think, 6 months or so. And while I have been reported quite a bit of times, there was no action because obviously I am not using any kind of broadcasting mechanisms or special hardware things or anything like that. Okay, so there we go. We're finally at the place where we need to start. Now EMA does, I did enable the quest basically, so master auto shares quest when accepted. So basically I'm just gonna need to accept it in here and they all accept it and you can see that here. So we're just gonna quest now and level up and just takes a bit of time. Hopefully we're gonna have a bit more fun with this. As you can see, this is where it comes in handy as well. Everybody on the same step. Yep. Now we have to kill. Killing quests are pretty fun. Gathering quests where you have to gather X amount of whatever. Those are a nightmare. You're basically gonna need to gather 5 times as many. Okay, here we go. Well, basically we can just engage from a distance now. This is a non-issue. Nice. Okay, I'm basically now just gonna mute myself and enjoy the gameplay. basically just trying to equalize the EXP between my team members. Just because my Warlock died initially, my EXP is a little bit off, so hopefully I can more or less equalize it. It's not that meaningful right now, but at later levels it becomes a bit of a nice, bit of a pain. Close enough. Nice. There we go. Nice person. Probably reported me already, but that's okay. I wonder why Warlock is not eligible for this quest. Seems interesting. Okay, we'll check it out in a bit. Okay, here we go. A dreaded collection. So I need to collect 50 cacti. Well, this will be fun. If you've joined us just now, welcome to the most exciting piece of World of Warcraft history. Ten down, 40 to go. There we go. So as soon as we hit level, I think either 10 or 13, I'm not sure right now. We're just gonna go Ragefire Chasm. Chasm. Fun, right? At least with this one, you don't have to rely on drop, because if it's a gathering quest and you have to rely on drop rate, oof, those tend to take forever. Sometimes it's even just better to skip them as a whole. Considering you have your own dungeon party, you can just go ahead and do a couple of dungeons to make up for that lost XP. Some people even prefer to just do dungeons while leveling. Um, I like to mix it a little bit, but we see how it goes with this team. Could do either one. Just gonna have fun with it. There we go. Some manual intervention required. Yes. So everybody was probably expecting, well, not everybody, but a lot of people expect multiboxing to be this glorious AoE extravaganza where you just go immediately into dungeons and just clear them left and right and level instantly. What I could do is I could use the Mage, for example, just to AoE zones down and level my team that way, but that's so boring. So as you can see, some very nice features of Ime. I can see if they're green, that means they're good, they're following me, and everything works fine. And as soon as one stops following me, you're gonna see that it swaps to this well, you immediately get a shout out as well as that animation. So very helpful because this notification can get annoying at times. And you end up turning it off sometimes, but I recommend bear with it and just leave it on. Just go with it. Filter it. So as you can see, it's all just me manually controlling every character here in the group. This guy, this guy, this guy deserves it. This guy has to go. There we go. I feel much better now, yes. Okay, so that one's done. 20 to go. That's good. That's good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Still wondering why Warlock is not eligible for that quest. File familiars. Guess it's because they like the familiars. They are warlocks after all. So because this is a non-focusable thing, I cannot just press it with the master. Like I can't select it and then interact with it with the other character. I have to actually just go to that character and click it. It's okay. It's not that much of a hassle. So a lot of people prefer to just skip these steps, skip these quests, and just go for the killing quests. You're basically gonna lose a lot of time on this kind of quest, but I just think it's important that I show you exactly what it's like, because some of these quests have pretty good rewards, or they're part of a chain, and you're gonna want to do them anyway. So, well, long story short, here we are, almost at the end of the Grand Cactus collection for like 1 copper piece and very low XP. 9 and there we go. 10 to go. But at least now it's easy because it's just on the main one. That's why I like to leave the main one for last, because you can also see it on the minimap then, what you have to collect, what the area is. If you collect it on your main one, you're not going to have these notifications. You're not going to have these sort of minimap icons anymore. And it's just going to be harder to track down. So what you could do is, of course, you could just focus, like swap, like if this guy's the main now, so you could just swap between them if you want, but no, I prefer to do it this way, but to each their own, I guess. Oh, I think he's here also for the collection quest. Bags are pretty much full. Well, we could trade some gear. Somebody else who can use it. I want soulbound, okay. Can he use anything? Yes, he can. Ooh, upgrades galore. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, one cactus to go. Unbelievable. There we go. Alright. Well, reached level 3, so I guess we could have just gone ahead and farmed while we're at it. But killing is a no-brainer. Let's go for the scorpions. They're level 3, a bit more XP. Oh, and we need scorpion worker tails. Nice. Or not. So again, I'm gonna pick up with the last tune first, just because I want to be able to track all my tunes easy. And this way I can just, yeah, well, the same as the other collection quest, basically, my preference. So as you can see early on, I also used a priest to smite, just to speed things up a bit, and just because at this level you really don't need the heals. Obviously not with a 5-man team. You are, let's put it simply, way overpowered. Oops, collected on this one, never mind. To deal with these things it's very easy, and it just speeds it up a bit. But later on the priest is always going to be focused on healing. Even if it's not a very healing intensive fight, you always want to have your priest, sorry, your healer, doesn't have to be a priest, free to basically come to the rescue at a moment's notice. It's not like you can very easily do a cancel action. What I mean by that is you can of course go backwards or something like that just to cancel whatever thing you are shooting right now or doing right now, but you're gonna, it's so much micromanagement to handle all these tunes at once. You wanna limit the amount of focus you have to spread to too many accounts, and basically you want to dumb down the process as much as you can. So as you can see again, uh, I press it with the main one and then I just hover over everybody and I spam. Right now it's just the 2 keys, so I just spam while the mouse hovers over all of them. And that basically that's basically the focus follow mouse feature that works so nice. As you can see, it just gets the job done. We need more scorpions. There they are. So these kind of quests, I would highly advise just skipping them and grinding the experience needed. Focus on killing quests, or kill one mob to get one item that's a guaranteed drop. Usually that means everybody can loot it, and like the head of whatever, those type of quests. Be sure to loot it on all your characters, because mm, that happens quite often, that you go through an entire, well, vanilla dungeon and you forgot to loot like the end boss head on one of your tunes. Uh, that sucks. You just don't want that. It's not fun. So remember to loot with all your tunes when it comes to those quests. As you can see, our bag space is super low. We haven't gotten a single bag yet. But that's a little bit mitigated by the fact that we just have basically 5 backpacks, one for each tune. So we can carry more. We're not forced to go to sell as often as you would normally. Um, since this is a fresh server, we have obviously no gold here and no items here. We don't have the option to buy bags very easily. Um, or pass myself bags or whatever. So backspace is going to be crucial at the start until we can afford a couple of hopefully room cloth bags just for all the tunes here, and we should be good. Do believe I'm going to level 1 as a tailor just to be able to craft bags myself. So as you can see, this is way worse than collecting a couple of cacti or cactus plants just because of the random drop rate. I'm getting them now, I think 1 in 3 or something like that, something close to that figure. Just still decent drop rate, but considering the fact that we do have to grind anyways, it's okay. Too bad it's not enough to cause it to hyperspawn. Like there's not enough tunes here to cause a hyperspawn in here. So it's going pretty slow right now. As you can see, I've cleared them all. I have to go a bit exploring a little bit until they respawn. Should probably have the warrior hit a little bit as well, just for the weapon skills. It's just much easier ranged. There we go. He hit once. Mission accomplished. So as you can see, sometimes you do need to double or even triple click it. Sometimes you have to actually press the window because for some reason or another the focus follow mouse sometimes does not do it well. That's why I also spam the abilities when hovering over it, and I don't just wait once, I just spam it just to make sure the action actually got accepted. And that's why cancel casting macros are probably not that great. unless the thing you're casting right after that is an instant, like counterspell, ice block, things like that, then you do still want to use cancel casting. I wonder if I got a bag on one of my other tunes. I will check it in a second, just to see if we managed to get a bag. Who's missing? Who was I on right now? The mage, right? Okay. Let's see if we managed to get a bag somewhere. No, we did not. Hello, level 3. Warlock's still not on level 3. That's okay. Here he comes. Accept lazy peons. Alright, that gives us an opportunity to sell as well. Okay, again, so now we're going to play whack-a-mole with the lazy peons, and let's see if the quest is actually shared between them, because some quests, basically, if, like, for example, if this works, hopefully this works, I don't remember if it does, like the whack-a-mole quest, sometimes when one of your characters whacks a mole, or whack a peon right now, you get credit for it on all your tunes, so that's great. If that happens, that's amazing. Usually it does not. Well, not in classic era, anyways. So I'm gonna go sell first before I go to this guy because, well, because. Okay, well, I was gonna go here anyways, but there we go. There we go. Good. I got some backspace again. So as you can see, quests that do require an item, a quest item, you do have to click them all manually. You're not going to be able to just have the master share this quest because then the other tunes will not get the quest item. Okay, so a good train right now. This is very interesting that he doesn't get that, but he does get a different quest by the look of it, which the other ones don't have. That's interesting. Just got it from a different NPC. Okay then. Cool. There is a warrior trainer here, so I might as well just train. Okay, we got battle shout. Why not? Battle shout into hitting nothing. Priest trainer, nice. Mage trainer, nice. Shaman trainer. Okay. Let's just see what we got. Power word, fortitude. Yes, this I definitely want to train. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't. Not enough copper. Okay. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, let's just focus on questing a little bit more. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's okay. Okay, awaken peons and scorpion tails. Good. Good stuff. Okay, I can just pass. Upload priest. 1 silver. There we go. Let's just train those skills. We're gonna, I think just because I'm a little bit lazy now, I'm going to manually do that. The buffing, but usually what I would do is I would create here the macros for every single one of those. Well, okay, there was a mage trainer here as well. What do we get? Arcane intellect, another buff. Again, usually I would be. That's interesting. The skin here didn't work, but that's okay. Well, like I said, I like buffs, and I cannot lie. Sorry, bad pun. And last but not least, shaman trainer. There we go. Okay, now I don't need rock biter weapon, but it's okay to have. There we go. Let's go awaken some peons and hope that it actually does work. So I'm gonna try it on one here. Nope. Yes. Very nice. Okay. Very, very good. Means everybody gets it. That's amazing. Let's go get those scorpions because there are a couple of peons there as well. There we go. Lazy peon. Nice. So these type of quests are really good. Like if you do the action once and all tunes get credit for it, that's amazing. Super easy, super fast. Take those quests and do them. Somebody woke this guy up, but I think he's going to sleep. No. Well, shame. Maybe I should sing him a lullaby. Okay, who were we on? We were still on the mage. Bent large shield. I want that. Give me that bent large shield. There we go. Look at us. We're tanking now. With no weapon. Leveling our unarmed. Well, these peons are not lazy at all today. Getting the work done. Oh, there we go. He went to sleep. Poor guy. He was literally just not working. Taking a nap now. Nope. Work. World of tyrants. There we go. I see another one. Just spot another one dozing off right there. Just kill these scorpions along the way. Just sank down in my chair a little bit. Happens when you're having so much fun. Oh, wow, he just went back to sleep. Okay, now you're really being lazy. Poor guy was really tired. There we go. So as you can see at these levels, killing a bunch of stuff is really easy as a multi-box team. Of course, the experience you get is also shared by the team. As you can see, the amount of items you have to pick up is also basically way more. But you always have your own dungeon team. You never have to go for looking for group, except for endgame dungeons. They do get a lot more difficult. Some dungeons were already hard to pull off. Um, with when you could broadcast keys, and now that you cannot broadcast anything, everything's become much more difficult because, as you can see by the playstyle right now, uh, you can perform simple actions very easily, but in trickier situations, you're gonna wipe a lot until you get the hang of what you can and cannot do and how you can and cannot pull. It's a lot slower than it used to be. You have to be a lot more careful. Um, it's a lot less forgiving, uh, but it's a lot of fun. It's also a completely different type of challenge. If you're up for that kind of things, the leveling process is a bit tedious, but it always has been tedious in World of Warcraft Classic era or Vanilla WoW, which is also part of what uh, it's also part of its appeal, in my opinion. Um, and I'm really hoping more people come back to the game. And I'm actually hoping to be able to take my multi-boxing team with a raid later on. That's going to be interesting. to see. I don't think I'll be able to heal in a raid, just because there's no way I can do this for entire heal, for entire raid. Maybe with click, but the amount of focus you need to have in a raid is already very high. But with some nice cast sequence macros later on for the warlock, the mage, the shaman, I think at least my ranged casters, they could go potentially my warrior as well, but that remains to be seen. Like I said, I've never played warrior before, uh, especially not end games. I have tried leveling warriors a couple of times. I think my highest level warrior that I ever got was around level 50, but it was not self-play. I just boosted myself using a paladin that was TBC, using a paladin and Stratholme and those kind of things. So it was really not self-play. Nice, we're done with this. Let's go turn it in. And this is a good moment to stop for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you saw what it meant to, a little bit of what it meant to legal multi-box. Hopefully it will get a bit more interesting when I actually go RFC for the first time. So first dungeons, RFC, followed by Wailing Caverns. Wailing Caverns is going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of nice gear that you can get there for the characters. After that, SFK probably, and those things. Right now I'm just gonna basically just turn in the quests um, and call it a night, I think. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Be sure, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what type of content you would like to see. Like I said, I have a video series coming up about how to set up, the legality of things, um, the add-ons that I use more in depth, and that type of stuff. Uh, Thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye.